I love to play the saxophone. I take it with me wherever I roam, and the sound of the saxophone always brings me home.
She can play that saxophone.
I keep it with me every day, 'cause there's a song in my heart that I've got to play, and I feel it down deep in my soul. I love my saxophone.
Love that saxophone now.
You run around or you can jump off the stage, and I know with the saxophone that's okay. You can sit, you can dance, you can rock, or you can stand and sway.
Go, baby.
Now what I do is press the first key down, take a deep breath and a good look around, and I blow in the horn and it makes a big, big sound. Hit a big drum set, that sound of the saxophone you'll never get.
That sounds great too. I'm not nice.
Sometimes I wake up in the morning and the day seems long, but I can hum a little tune and I can play that song, and I know that my saxophone makes me feel I belong.
Well.
Doesn't matter if you're big or small, blonde or brunette, short or tall, you can play the saxophone all day, 'cause it's made for all. I love to play the saxophone. I take it with me wherever I roam, and the sound of the saxophone always brings me home.
Bring it home.
The sound of the saxophone always brings me home. Oh, the sound of the saxophone, it brings me home.
Cheers! Raise your glasses up and welcome to my porch for another Tuesday night. Please give it up for my incredible special guest, Bill Champlin. Bill Champlin has his own entry music on the porch. That was nice.
I do.
You got your own chord when you get introduced.
Well, it's actually, I'm just playing with a helicopter that's over there.
We have been serenaded by the helicopters for the Hollywood Police Department tonight. So, you'll hear them tonight.
Well,
Just
they
feel like
heard
it's a
I was
part.
in Hollywood.
They're coming for you.
Back to the valley, man. Back to the valley.
Okay, so if you don't know, maybe you don't know who Bill Champlin is, but I think you do. If you don't, though, he spent a lot of years with the band Chicago. You wrote some of Chicago's biggest hits and sang some of their biggest hits. You wrote hits for other people, I guess, didn't you?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Okay, he wrote songs for George Benson.
Yeah.
Turn Your Love Around. Come on. Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah. I actually was writing for Earth, Wind, and Bunnies, but the Earth, Wind, and Fire got it quicker.
You know what? I get that. I would have been into the Earth, Wind, and Bunnies, though.
Yeah, it was kind of cool.
I like that.
All major chords.
Okay, Andy's funny. So he's written for some of the biggest stars. You know so many of his songs, and we're going to do a lot of them tonight. But he has a new record out. I have a new record out. So we are celebrating both of our new albums.
Dueling records.
All right, so we're celebrating with you guys. I am drinking our very brand new wine tonight. This is our Viva la Musique, and this is something that we only do a couple times a year, that we put out a wine that we give the proceeds to a charity we love. And the charity I love is Music Cares, because it gives to musicians, and we need a little help sometimes, don't we? We need, we need a little help sometimes. So it's a safety net for musicians. So buy our new wine, which is just ridiculous. It's so incredible. Viva la Musique. It's a Cabernet Sauvignon. And
You mean a Cabernet Sauvignon?
that's exactly what I
Yeah,
mean.
It's better than a Merlot, I think.
Bill knows his wines
Oh, yeah.
very well.
Tell me about it.
So Eric will be doing a little wine segment a little bit later on. We want to thank a few people. Thank you to Sweetwater for supporting our shows, for supporting live musicians, songwriters, people who play music on porches. We appreciate you. We bought everything from you on the stage. So thank you, Sweetwater. Thank you to Can't Stop the Blues for putting our show out on your site. We love you guys. And I think you're going to love the show tonight. I love it. And if you want to support, please go to paypal.me/Mindi Abair. And that goes to Bill and I. And you should buy the new records because it's fun. And they do sound better signed, but you can download them. You can listen to them on Spotify. There are copies all along the edge of the porch. So
Hopefully I won't step on them when I'm plugging into something.
no, you will not. Bill and I met, well, many years ago now.
Late 1800s.
Wow, it just didn't seem that long, but apparently it was. We met touring with Max Weinberg from Springsteen's band, notably, and I just had a blast with you. I would sit on your B3.
The band was smoking.
Oh, band
Smoking
was...
band. We had Bobby Watson playing bass, Carmen Grillo playing guitar. My son Willow was playing keyboards with it.
And singing.
And Tom Saviano on sax. So we had two saxes, and we had Steve Medeo playing trumpet. Steve's no longer with us, but boy, he's the guy that came up with a lot of the really coolest parts from Stevie Wonder's songs.
Yeah, I mean, all those Stevie Wonder songs that you know and sing along with all the horn parts, that's Steve Medeo. Oh, yeah.
Steve Medeo played all that.
But it was fun to be out with you guys because it was just, we do everything from Springsteen to Chicago to Sly and the Family Stone.
That was a fun one.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, see, we're living it out. So we got music to play for you. I requested this first song, and Bill, you sang this. You sang the hell out of this, and this is just one of my favorites. I know every word, and it just brings me to a beautiful place in life. So, Bill Champlin.
I had to get Eric to print out the second verse because I forgot it.
You wrote it.
I didn't write it.
You didn't write
No,
it.
it's a Diane Warren
Oh,
song.
Diane Warren.
Yeah.
Diane Warren. Thank you.
Believe me, a woman can write songs. That's for sure. It's a sweetie pie. I like her
You
a lot.
sang it and made it a hit.
Oh, thank you.
You guys together, that's pretty awesome.
That'll work out. When you called me up this morning, told me about the new love you found, said I'm happy for you. I'm really happy for you. You found someone else, I guess I won't be coming round. Guess it's over, baby. It's really over, baby. And from what you said, I know you gotten over me. You'll never be where you used to be. So if it's gotta be this way, don't worry, baby, I can take the news, okay. If you see me walking by, if the tears are in my eyes, look away, baby, look away. We meet on the street someday, and I don't know what to say. Look away, baby, look away. Don't you look at me. I don't want you to see me this way. When we both agreed as lovers we were better off as friends. As I had to be, baby. Yes, I had to be. I tell you I'm fine, but sometimes I just pretend. Wish you were holding me. Wish you were holding me, baby. I just never thought I would be replaced so soon. I wasn't prepared to hear those words from you. I know I wanted to be free. Yeah, baby, this is how we wanted it to be. If you see me walking by and the tears are in my eyes, look away, baby, look away. We meet on the street someday, and I don't know what to say. Look away, baby, look away. Don't you look at me, baby. Don't want you to see me this way. If you see me walking by and the tears are in my eyes, look away, baby, look away. We meet on the street someday, and I don't know what to say. Look away, baby, baby, look away. Don't you look at me. I don't want you to see me. Don't you look at me, baby. Don't want you to see me. Don't you look at me, baby. Don't want you to see me this way. When you called me up this morning, told me about the new love you found, I said, I'm happy for you, baby. It's not what I really said. What did I really say?
Not that.
Goodbye, baby. Yes, I'm so happy for you. Yes. Hey man, you weren't playing like that in rehearsal. You was holding back.
You know, it was the helicopters, you know, kind of
Helicopters were helping out.
trying to be cool for the neighbors and everything. But come on, that's Bill Champlin. Give it up for Bill Champlin. Woo! That's the guy who started Sons of Champlin. Sons of Champlin. Come on. There wouldn't be a lot of cool, soulful, funky bands if there wasn't a Sons of Champlin around. And I'm going to say that as I think my band is cool and funky and soulful.
Bands
So
are always great.
thank you for starting
Anything but great players in you.
Sons of Champlin, you know. But okay, we both have new records, and look, we're on stage tonight, and our stage being obviously my porch. But I'm actually doing a live stream with my full band. Speaking of full bands, April 9th.
Well, I'm gonna check that one out.
Yeah, you gotta tune in for this. So we're gonna be
You're not
live.
gonna get them on the porch, are you?
No, it's not going to be on the porch. We are going to be in a very fancy studio, Revolver Recordings, and we're doing it just for you guys. And I just put out a record, The Best of Mindi Abair. This is 21 years of recording history which to Bill seems, you know, you got more than that going on. But for me, 21 years, that's a big number. It's time to sit back and think about those songs and play them for you. So all my hits, all the songs that we played live for so many years that you guys danced to and had fun. So I hope you tune in April 9th and just celebrate with us for the new record, for being together. Even if you're on your couch, we're together. And we got the band together. So go to alerttheglobe.com and get your tickets now. And you'll get a free download of the record as well. So you can not only be in stretchy pants on your couch and watch my full band rock out, but yeah, you can get a full download of the record too.
I'm going to be there.
That's right, you're going to be there.
I'm bringing rotten fruit I can throw at people. But other than that.
See, it's not going to hit me.
No.
You can only heckle me so much from your couch.
Bass player and drummer. That's it. That's where we're going. Nah, never. Mindi's band's ridiculous. And that's with a whole bunch of E's, like ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Okay, but you have a brand new record out.
Yes, I do.
It's been out a month?
No, I think the first single came out January 1st.
Okay.
It's a Bruce Geitch tune that me and Tamara wrote together. Tamara Champlin is co-wrote a good portion of the record. And
your wife of 38
years?
What
really knocked me out is George Hawkins was on it, and George is no longer with us. But the track that Bruce found was in his Pro Tools folder. Yeah. And he said, hey, here's something Bill might be able to jump on. And we got it. Tamara says, give me that.
She said it just like that, too.
And Vinny's on drums. Vinny Caliota is on drums. So it's pretty crazy. It's the album's really got some good stuff. And I was working on other bands and doing other kinds of things, and I just started to write this little sort of bluesy thing. And Tamara came in when I was in the middle of writing. She says, "What's that?" I said, "This is something I'm fooling around with." She said, "You got to do a solo album." So it's really kind of Tamara's fault in a lot of ways. Anyway, it's called "Living for Love," and this is the title tune. This is the only kind of bluesy thing on the record. The rest of it's got a lot of different places to go. Anyway,
this record is so deep. It's just so deep with different songs, and it's all you, and it's just all so.
I got Matheson in it. I got Greg Matheson in it.
He gets everyone to record on his records. You should just check out any record by Bill Champlin, but the new one especially. But it's got all these LA session mafia players because he's one of them.
Yeah, they're just pals, run into him at the
bowling
alley. Jay Graydon, for instance, you run into him at the bowling alley and say, hey, man.
Not everyone runs into Jay Graydon at the bowling alley.
He's a great bowler. Really a good bowler. I mean, when he was a kid, he had to choose between doing music or being a pro bowler. I think he made the right
He chose well, as you did.
Butt kick. Give me some saxophone. What would you do if somebody told you that you got a limited time here on the earth? And everyone has the same chances, that we were equally given the day of our birth. Yeah. You better show it's all in your choices. No one else can tell you to make. That will show you the easy way. Just let it all go. Ignore all the voices. You know that the chances you take can take you away, so far away. may find what you've been isn't living for love. All the signs say your life is just spinning. Now's the time to begin, maybe living for love. You may lose, you may win, it's the same. You can live for much more than the game. You never again feel ashamed if you're living for love. Now when you live for somebody's approval, so when you're looking inside, you find somebody else. Maybe it's time for somebody's removal to throw your own line. There's a lie that you tell. Ooh, yeah. It just doesn't rhyme when your poetry's stolen. You know when you're all by yourself, you'll be facing the truth. Paying a fine, 'cause you know you ain't rolling. When you drink from a dishonest well, you'll be quenching a fool. You may find what you've been isn't living for love. All the signs say your life is just spinning. Now's the time to begin, maybe living for love. You may lose, you may win, it's the same. You can live for much more than a game. You never again feel ashamed. Whoa, when you're living for love. Thank you. Man, I can't even read my own writing. My eyes is bad, I tell you.
It's better your eyes be bad than your songwriting be bad. Sometimes you do a new song, you gotta read it. You gotta, you gotta remember it.
Hey, I was actually woodshedding yesterday. It's like all these many years and stuff, the R word. Rehearsal. Not rehearsal. Not sound check.
You see, I loved it when I started, when I went on the road with you guys. I just remember sitting in that little rehearsal studio in North Hollywood and going
I think
over.
It's a parking lot now or something.
It might be. I haven't been there in a long time.
Yeah.
It was pretty downtrodden then.
Yeah, cheap.
It was cheap. Okay, it was cheap. You can say it. But just sitting in there rehearsing with you guys over parts that I had heard on songs for years with either Springsteen or Sons of Champlin or Chicago and kind of learning the real stories behind them and why you would do Ramrod that Springsteen did, and boy, Max Weinberg just sat with me and went note by note of the solo of Ramrod and why it was the quintessential saxophone solo of rock and roll.
Yeah.
These are things that in normal rehearsals don't go on.
Max is one of the best. I think him and Mick Fleetwood are my two favorite rock drummers. Man, when he rocks, it's like, good night, Gracie.
Woo!
It's all over with. It's just like right down. And Mick was the same way. Whenever you play with Mick, a lot of guys play rock and roll, but they kind of don't really believe it.
He believes it.
Those two guys believe it.
They
It's a
believe
big,
it.
Giant difference.
Yeah. Hey, what's going on over there? Who's tuning in? What are you guys drinking? Where are you coming in from? Huh?
The Philippines, Cuba.
Philippines, Cuba.
Mm.
Hey.
And the great country of New Jersey.
Hey,
New
it's not a
Jersey.
country of New Jersey, but I got a Jersey boy that I'm married to, so
Oh,
you know.
Yeah, I come from Jersey.
Okay, what about the song that you wrote for George Benson?
Turn Your Love Around. Actually, it was weird. I got a call from Jay Graydon. Once
Okay.
again, Jay's he was producing Al Jarreau at the time. He was doing a lot of different things. He's probably one of the finest guitar players, especially modern pop guitar players, or bebop to straight ahead stuff. I mean, he played the solo on Peg
Oh,
for Steely.
Peg for Steely Dan.
For Steely, yeah. He did all that wire choir stuff on Twilight Zone for Manhattan Transfer and produced that record. He's just amazing. He did all, produced, We're in This Love Together, all these Al Jarreau things. It's just a monster. And he called and said, okay, Bill, we got something. So it was something that he came up with a bass line, which is not on the one. Right?
That's not usual.
You know what I mean? And so it was kind of unusual at some level. And he got Steve Lukather to play piano on it.
Steve Lukather is the guitar player for Toto, for those of you who don't
He's
know.
as good a guitar player as there ever was. And I play
And
guitar, but I'm not in the same, forget it. I play enough to write songs over. That's about it. A little more,
I disagree.
but not much more. But
Agree to disagree, Bill.
anyway, there we have three guitar players writing a song for the guitar player of the earth. George Benson.
Yeah.
It's just the top of the food chain. I mean,
So it was really the three of you.
Yeah, the
Steve
three of us.
Lukather,
Luke,
Jay Graydon.
me and Jay wrote the song. So I was kind of, man, I can't come up. I just don't seem it. I can't seem. I need 5 syllables. Da, 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 da. And I was just banging my head against the wall. We were doing the demo. I went, I need something kind of like Turn Your Love Around. Bang! It's so simple, and I just missed it completely. So the next thing you know, we got us a hit.
It was a huge hit.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And
Boy, did we get lucky with it, because it was right when the Benson collection came out, which had all the Masquerade and all the stuff that Tommy LaPuma produced a lot of it. And we had that, and we were like two or three extra songs on that, and that was the single.
So you sold a pile of them.
The single went to #1 on radio right before the Christmas freeze. And you know what the Christmas freeze is? At radio,
I know what the pandemic is.
Yeah, right. Well, it was #1 for 2 weeks, and then radio takes a break for Christmas. Right. So whatever the chart is stays that way for 2 weeks. So
see the things that you learn.
We just lucked out like crazy on that, And we were up against Stevie Wonder for R&B Song of the Year, but we were up against 2 Stevie Wonder songs.
Oh, so you won.
Yeah, we got it. Yeah.
He won Song of the Year for this song that he wrote. That George Benson
not Song of the Year, R&B Song of the Year.
R&B Song of the Year.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
No, but there's a reason it's R&B Song of the Year. I mean, I love this song, and I've loved it just, from the day you wrote it. So, will you play it?
Sure.
I mean, I'll play it along with you.
Please do, because there's, I actually, me and Saviano actually arranged a version where we had all this jazz ball stuff on it. We just made a big thing out of it, turned it into a whole other thing, and then I stacked up a bunch of
jazz ball. By the way, for those of you who don't know, it's jazz ball. It's kind of like a screwball,
I guess,
or and jazz player.
Yeah.
So if you put jazz player along with kind of
a little bit, as much bebop as I know, which ain't much. Oh, usually
I was already dancing. Hold on a minute.
You've got to pay the piper. No, I mean, usually when you sing it, you have this bass line. Come on. Well, if I have a bass player, they're going to play that. I can't play it that way, so I'm going to do so I can sing it and play at the same time, because walking and chewing gum was never really my forte.
I don't know how you do all of that at the same time anyway, but I love watching and listening. Yeah.
hour, but you just don't understand. Girl, you've been charging by the hour for your love. I'm trying to show you how much I love you, baby. Still believing in romance. You've been taking too many chances with my love. I remember when you used to be talk of the town. All you get is lonely. Turn your love around. Don't you turn me down. I can show you how. Turn your love around. Without the woman, I can't make it. But I need the girl to stay. Oh, don't you let the lady take it all lonely. When the woman needs a taste of yesterday, he stays at home. All they get is lonely. Turn your love around. Don't you turn me down. I can show you how. Turn your love around. Girl, you know me. I'm alone until you show me that you're still in love with me. We're gonna make it. We're gonna take it back where we belong. Turn your love around. Turn your love around. Don't you turn me down. I can show you how. Turn your love around now. Turn your love around. It's time the girl became a woman. Don't you turn me down. Every woman needs a man. I can show you how. You love your girl, you love your woman. Turn it around. can show you how. Turn your love around now. Turn your love around. Turn your love around. Play, man. You're playing like crazy.
I'm happy to be on the porch.
devil done made you do it.
I think we scared the helicopters away.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, knock on some formica or something.
That is Bill Champlin.
Halfway through, I realized I gotta have some water. I'm drier than a popcorn fart, if you excuse the expression.
Really?
Mm.
I'm not going to ask.
I'm not
You know,
gonna-
there's just certain things you don't. No. All right. Okay. On that note, we do need a wine intermission. So I do happen to have a husband who has been in the wine business for years. We started a wine and music business together because that's what I do. I love music. I've spent my whole life making music. He's spent his whole life, making wine, running wineries, being around wine. It's pretty cool. So if you don't know that, go to reservetastings.com. That's our wine and music company. But we put out this super cool wine. You want the bottle, hun? This is my husband, Eric Guerra.
Eric,
Hey,
oh,
how you doing?
You take
there's
this.
room on the porch.
No, let me get
there's room on
a
the
let me get
porch.
a let me get a stool.
Oh.
I got it right here.
We've got stools in the house.
Move her just a little bit.
Yeah.
Complete to see it.
Hello, everyone. Hey, Bill.
Hey,
Thanks
Eric.
for coming over, man.
Yeah, thanks for manning the computer over there.
Oh yeah. Everybody, we got everybody in tonight, and well, I love this wine segment because I get to come up and actually get some of the bottle.
Yeah,
So because it's
So,
over
so
here.
Mindy doesn't grab it all, right?
Yeah. And Colleen and I over there getting dry. So. All right, I got. Usually during the wine segment, we talk about something wine, but I actually got a great music care story because we're drinking the 2018 Viva la Musique Oakville Cabernet that supports music cares. So Mindy and I, she has a friend that managed the show, the Music Hair show. It's one of the biggest shows of the night during the Recording Academy right before the Grammys, right? So Mindy and I are backstage, and we're coming across everyone. Bill, we met Bruce Springsteen. We met, who else? Jimmy Carter, Bonnie Raitt.
You peed next to someone. Very
So
cool.
what happened at the end of the night was, everybody was leaving, and this has nothing to do with wine. Well, maybe it does. I drank a lot of wine. So at the end of the night, we go to the backstage in the green room. Everybody's there. We're staring with Nora Jones. I mean, it was an amazing night. We just met everybody. And I go, and everybody's gone. Everybody performed, and everybody leaves, and it's very late. I go to the bathroom, and it's really far away. It's up these stairs, and it's one of those awful guy bathrooms where it's the long trough. You don't have your individual stalls, which all the guys out there, it's just an awful environment. And I see a guy walk in, and there's like a shadow next to me. And you got to eyes straight ahead, right? Eyes straight ahead.
So weird. You can't look.
And then this guy goes, "Wow, man, that's a really long walk to get up here." God. And I look at it's Tom Jones. So end this beautiful music care night. Tom Jones and I are going to the bathroom next to each other.
He's actually a pretty good guy.
It was so funny. It was awesome. And we got talking a little bit. He's great, right? He looked like himself too,
he
right?
Still sings his brains.
Oh yeah.
He might be even closer to 80. He's still kicking like a.
Oh wow. Well,
Guys,
anyway,
yeah.
so that was a memorable night. So please buy this wine because it supports music cares and having great events where I can go to the bathroom with very famous musicians backstage. That's the reason why we want you to support this wine. So
How does your
As
husband
long as you
sell
don't get
your
that
wine?
old one where you're in one of those kind of troughs and
yeah.
guy standing next to you and he turns around and he turns around and looks and says, "Aren't you Cary Grant?" He's proceeding to way.
I hope I never get to that
It's
point.
about the oldest joke ever.
Oh, there you go. Well,
Hey man, aren't you Cary Grant?
I'm going to head back and man the computer so you guys can play some more songs. A bunch of them coming up. And Bill, it's my pleasure meeting you, man. I grew
Thanks,
up
Aaron.
on your songs, and it's an honor to have you
Oh,
here.
man, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Great. It's a great hang. The porch. This is the music mecca of the Western world.
Absolutely.
I want you.
It is
Absolutely. It is tonight. All right. Cheers, everybody.
Okay.
Cheers, Colleen. I'm going to grab the bottle so Colleen can have some.
Okay. Yeah, we want to totally give thanks to our one audience member, Colleen. Woo!
No,
Yes.
And Tom Jones.
Well, Tom Jones. I don't know if Tom Jones is around, but yeah.
I did a background vocal for Tom on a record with Tom. I think it was a Tom Bell song. Once you hit the road, baby.
Oh yeah.
Mike Stewart was producing it, but I was at the session where they did it. And Tom, but really time to do a scratch vocal on the basically the band had just cut. Yeah. And he says, "Well, just do whatever you feel." And he turned to his son. He went, "Got the car keys." It was just perfect. Of course, he was just jiving. He went out and knocked off a couple of scratches, which was great. But hey, just do it how you feel. Great, got the car keys. I thought that was quick. Boy,
that's quick.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that. No, like I said, this guy has been on all kinds of records that you don't even know about. You know about Chicago, and we even watched a few of the videos from Look Away. All your videos for Chicago had like Hot Girl Central.
I was a bit skinnier back then, wasn't I?
No,
It
you're
was
pretty
before
skinny right now.
the COVID diet set.
But I love just looking at all that and knowing you as a friend and as someone, we've played together, and I just know your history, and you guys don't. You should look him up, on Wikipedia and just see. I mean, you've been on some crazy records. What would people be surprised that Bill Champlin would be on? They know you from Sons of Champlin. They know Chicago.
Well, I did a bunch of Donna Summer records.
Donna Summer.
The Elton John's Little Genie, I was on that. Oh, Genie.
You're singing on that?
Yeah, it was me and Max Carl singing that.
I didn't
Max
know that.
Max is another absolute great singer. Unbelievable. Bad boy.
Little Genie.
He's the guy. Max is the guy that sang "Our Love Has a Second Chance." That's my time. Great singer.
Wow.
Good player, good writer, and a fun guy. Just way too tall. I'm sorry. He's out of here. Too damn tall. You need to leave. You're too tall.
You're too tall.
Yes,
We're
right.
sorry. Go play basketball.
Yeah.
You can't play music.
Don't play. You're too tall.
All right, what are we playing? We need more.
I'm gonna do. Years ago, I was doing a solo album with David Foster, producing, and they said, "Oh, David's just a session guy." I said, "No, he's going to be a good producer, at least for my music. No, he'll always just be a piano player." I said, "Guess what? You're wrong. I'm using him as a producer." So we
and Whitney Houston and
I mean, but this was like his maybe fourth production on my
wow.
own. And we did a really good record and everything. And right at the end of it, him and Jay came up with a tune. He said, "Bill, we got, we'll throw away one of the other ones, but we got to put this on." Because in those days, with an LP, you couldn't make a 14-song LP. It was usually about maybe 10 songs. You could only fit 56 minutes. 56 maybe, something like that.
On a real record, yeah.
On a record, yeah. But so he came back and he played me his progression. And I went, "Holy goodness me, this is insane." I said, put it on a cassette. He had one line in the middle of it.
Okay.
That he kind of, said, "This fits right there, perfect." So I had to write the lyrics and the melodies for the rest of the song backwards from there, because that was in the middle of the chorus. And I said, "Dude, put it on a cassette so I can write it." He says, "No, you got to learn it." It took me longer to learn the piano part with David's.
Wow.
Look at some of these. This is one of David's chords. See that? Those two fingers. You say, "Give me enough sharp chords."
Yeah.
He's just coloring and everything. It's a great piano player and really a cool guy. But so we cut the demo once or twice. Just wasn't quite making it. And then David was working as a piano player for Earth, Wind, and Fire, and was just playing the song, just fooling around. And Maurice came over and went, "What the hell is that?" And so it's a song we're doing for Bill's album. I got it. Hear it on the cassette. So you heard the things. If Bill will agree to not release it, we'll put it out. And after the love's gone. For a while, to love was all we could do. We knew, and your eyes were alive. And deep inside we knew this love was true. For a while we paid no mind to the past. Your love would last every night. Something right would invite us to begin the dance. Something happened along the way. What used to be happy and sad. Something happened along the way. Yesterday was all that we had. And oh, after the love is gone, leave me on. Now let me stay around. Oh, oh, oh. After the love is gone, yesterday right is wrong. Love is lost be found. For a while, to love each other was all we would ever need. That was strong. For so long, we never knew that what was wrong was right. We tried to find what we had. Sadness was all that we shared. We were so scared this affair would tear this love into woe. Something happened along the way. What used to be happy to say. Something happened along the way. Yesterday was all that we had. And oh, love is gone. How could you leave me on? Let me stay around. Oh, oh, oh. After the love is gone, what used to be right is wrong. Your love is hard to find. Oh, oh, oh. Do a thing off the new album and talk about it afterwards.
doesn't really matter who you are. You're never gonna travel very far alone. A melody you're hearing comes across, something on the radio, and you're lost somewhere deep inside a Stevie song. Music is the perfect path to love. Poetry belongs just because it does. How you gonna break somebody's heart when you just heard a really soulful part somewhere deep inside a Stevie song? How can you hurt somebody with something you needed been missing way too long? Could it be your music may be wrong? You're marching in the wrong parade, following the rules somebody made. When one or two Stevie songs will take you to where you belong. Just listen for the power in the words. Every note designed to take you far beyond. Never have I been so much in need. Music can forever set you free. Get yourself inside a Stevie song. You hurt somebody or something you needed been missing way too long. Could it be your music may be wrong? You're marching in the wrong parade, following the rules somebody made. When one or two Stevie songs take you to where you belong. Music is the perfect path to love.
No, thank you.
Bill Champlin, that's off his new solo record. And who writes a song about, you know, if you were listening to Stevie Wonder music, you might have it all right. You might have been listening to the wrong stuff.
You know, this is
No one writes
you want to
songs
know
about
where
that.
it really started? I was watching TV and I was watching people on the street yelling. I'm not crazy. They were yelling so loud, and so many people were yelling so loud. And I went, and demanding whatever it is. And I'm sure that all the demands were really valid. It was all happening. Everybody did it at this volume. And I went, what kind of music are people listening to? Music that people are yelling really loud. I said, man, what happened to this whole thing when Stevie Wonder was making records? And boom, the song came flying out. And Marvin Gaye, you know, what's going on, all this sort of thing. I mean, and it wasn't political. It had nothing to do with political. It had to do with social, and it had to do with just culture and spirit.
Yeah.
You know, Stevie Wonder, just about, I mean, even if he's fooling around, it's so spiritual. It was just,
it's meaningful.
And it kind of ended up being an homage to Stevie Wonder, but it really kind of wasn't meant to be that. It just ended up that way.
No, just what a beautiful sentiment. Look, all of us have been through a lot over the last year, and we've all done it differently. We've all dealt with it differently and had our own hardships through a pandemic, you know, but it's really interesting to think about how you live your life could be the music you listen to. And I just think that's a beautiful sentiment that, you know, the music we listen to really does sink into our souls and helps create the person that we are, what's in our mind, what we believe, what we think. I think those of us who are musicians and songwriters, it's up to us because we have a mic in front of us to do something good with it and to, you know, facilitate good in the world. So I love that.
I started writing songs in San Francisco Bay with the early Sons. I started writing songs when the Vietnam War was going on. And I wasn't actually pointing at it, but I was pointing at the politics of, I mean, they were taking acid. I mean, there was a lot of really cool things on this San Francisco.
So you're saying you were taking a lot of acid in San Francisco and writing songs?
Yeah, and it was...
Okay, I'm just making sure. I'm being like Oprah here with the royal family.
60, I think when I started writing, it was 67, 68, somewhere in there.
Is alcohol involved too?
Not my age. Not really that much at that point.
More acid.
I was clean. But, I mean, there was just a lot of really, really cool things going on at that point in the game. And I just realized, hey, man, if we just start screaming about politics, we're missing the point. This is about human, you know. And at one point in high school, I took a humanities class. It's like ex-English, and I was good at English. So they said, there's humanities class. So my music teacher came in and taught the class for 3 days. He said, if you look at history and you look at different countries and nations and empires and stuff like that, and see what they were doing and listen to the music that was really prevalent at that time.
Yeah.
If there was a lot of drums, it was marching music and it was war.
Oh, wow.
And he just said, if you look at it from history, and I mean, the minute you turn your back on history, it's going to bite you in the ass. It's just the way it works. It's just the nature of the world. There's another song on the record that's kind of about that. You know, if you don't pay attention to history, boom.
All right, you have homework. You have homework to listen to his record because you're going to get very deep and philosophical and, you know.
And there's some stuff on there that's like, oh, baby, what's happening?
Well, there's that too. That's good.
R&B will be R&B no matter how you look at it.
I love it. I just love hearing you play. I love hearing you sing. I love your stories, and it's just what a great day to be here on the porch with you because we don't get to see each other very often.
It's not as cold as I thought it was going to be.
No, it's nice. It's windy. Can you guys hear the wind? You can hear the wind, right?
It rhymes.
Oh, well, there we go.
Mindy and Windy.
It's true. Windy and Mindy. I'll take that.
Mindy.
Can we do one more song?
Yeah, you want to sing? We're gonna actually, once again, I mean, I hadn't seen David Foster in quite a few years, and about a year ago, I went to one of his shows, and we were hanging. I mean, I just ran into him in the parking lot. We were just hugged city. He's like, man, I hadn't seen him in forever.
Yeah, you guys have a long history together.
Yeah, and me and Jay kind of went to the show, and the show was just ridiculous. It was really good, ridiculous, lots of ease. And at one point, I said, you know, David, just on the side, that arrangement of Hard Habit to Break is ridiculous. He said, yeah, I haven't come near it since.
Yeah, you guys recorded this with Chicago many years ago.
Yeah.
But I mean,
it's a Steve Kipner song, and I always forget the name of the guy that he wrote it with, but there's another writer.
I loved hearing you sing it because Peter Cetera was singing the verses, but you came in for the just like you came in like a lion with but the verse, you're a hard habit to break, and there was this grit, and there was.
But the part of the verse that I sang was real smooth, and Bobby Caldwell one time said, oh yeah, Champlin. Yeah, grits and gravy.
Oh no, you can do it all. But it was fun to see the push and pull of you and Peter Cetera singing it because he had that very smooth voice. He doesn't have the grits and gravy that you can pull out whenever you want.
If he wants it, he got it.
Oh really?
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, he's a bad boy.
He just left it to you then in Chicago.
Well, in this particular situation, he was really carrying that thing that was just the Cetera thing.
Yeah.
That's the most blessed set of pipes I've ever heard. Him and Ronnie Isley are maybe two of my favorite voices.
I bet you're one of their favorite voices too, and hopefully one of yours.
Peter and I we don't see each other that often because he lives, I think, in Idaho, maybe. Utah or Idaho's up
I don't know.
up there somewhere.
You can see him now because we're all just zooming.
Yeah, he's a great dude. He's really a great dude. What an amazingly great performer and singer. Just awesome.
No?
I
Let's
look at
play
that
the song.
time. You know, I mean, I was in the band for a long time, but I was in there with him for about 3.5 years.
A lot of people went through
I gotta
Chicago.
say that was really cool time.
A lot of people went through Chicago, but yeah, you were there a long time.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You were
Somebody
a
said, "Hey, if
bones
you
of
write a
that
book,
band.
what are you going to write about Chicago?" I said, Chicago, chapter 5, Chicago, chapter 6.
Ah, really? Oh no. We're gonna have him back to the porch. We're gonna tell some Chicago stories.
Anyway, I'll do what I can here. I mean, I'm trying to play these songs with these hands, and I'm just such a complete schlock. I mean, usually if I really need some really decent playing on records and stuff like that, I just say, "Hey, Will."
Yeah, his
Here's
son
how
is
it
an
goes.
amazing piano player and singer. Will almost won The Voice.
Yeah,
You
he
go
was-
back a couple years, Will Champlin, look him up. He looks
Yeah.
decidedly like him with some curly hair.
He tore the place apart when he
He's
did
awesome.
that. When he did the Etta James tune.
Ooh, he was so good.
He was. I mean, I had some guy next to me going, "Who is that? Who is that?"
He got it
Right
from
next
you.
to me, you know?
He got it from you.
Yeah. No, you know, he's funny. He called me and he said, "Hey, Dad, you know, Adam Levine was his coach." So, and Adam
Nice.
said, "Well, let's do this song, but keep it low and no licks." And he called me up and says, "Huh?" I said, "Well, are you going to have Adam sing it or are you going to sing it? If you're going to sing it,"
Oh, you were like an evil devil on his back, right?
I said, "Man, go for it. Let it fly." Because I know he can. He can go into Prince land if you
Oh,
want
yeah.
on a tag. He can make a tag crazy. And at one point in the game, he just started to let it go. You can see Adam going, "Oh no!" And CeeLo was next to him going like, "Ah!"
I know Proud Papa was sitting there
and
too.
I was just going, "All right, mofo, you kicking ass."
I guess I thought you'd be here forever. Another illusion I chose to create. Don't know what you got until it's gone, and I found out a little too late.
I was acting as if you were lucky to have me, doing you a favor.
Hardly knew you were there.
And you were gone, and it all went wrong. Had no idea how much I cared.
Being without you takes a lot of getting used to. Just learn to live with it.
I don't want to.
Being without you is all a big mistake. Instead of getting easier,
It's the hardest thing to take. I'm addicted to you, baby. You're a hard habit to break.
you found someone that you had every reason. And I can't blame you for running to him. Two people together,
But living alone.
I was spreading my love too thin.
After all of this, I'm still trying to shake it. Doing much better.
Said that it just takes
But deep
time.
in the night, it's an endless fight. I can't get you out of my mind.
Being without you takes a lot of getting used to learn to live with it.
But I don't want to.
Being without you is all a big mistake. Instead of getting easier,
It's the hardest thing to take. I'm addicted to you, baby. Oh. Can't go on, just can't go on. I can't go on, can't go on.
Being without you takes a lot of getting used to learn to live with it. I don't want to. Being without you was all a big mistake. Instead of getting easier,
It's the hardest thing to take. I'm addicted to it, baby. You're hard,
such a
habit to break.
habit to break.
Such a hard
Such a
habit to break.
habit to break.
I'm addicted to you, baby. Baby, you're hard, habit to break.
Habit to break.
Such a hard
Habit to
habit to break.
habit to break.
I'm addicted to you, baby. Baby, oh. Beautiful.
Give it up for Bill Champlin. Come on. Bill, I want to thank you. This was just such a fun.
Yeah, it was not a ball. I mean, when you called or when you kind of emailed and said, hey,
When I
man,
called you up this morning.
pretty much. Yeah, when you said, yeah, you want to do it? I went, God, I don't even know if I can.
Oh, you can.
It's been a year. I went, well, I might have to woodshed a little bit. P word, practice. So, luckily I just got my piano tuned a couple of weeks ago, so practicing wasn't quite. I had a few notes on it.
As arduous.
There were so many beats that were bucking. There was a bee that was bucking for a percussion overdub.
This is we see the light at the end of the tunnel of the pandemic. So you get your pianos tuned.
We're just hoping
Get
it's
back
not a
in
train.
Get on that diet. Start practicing again because it's coming back, right?
Yeah.
So we want to thank you for joining us every Tuesday. This is my 41st concert, wine and music session from my porch.
Oh,
pretty crazy, huh?
Yeah.
So just thank you for being here. Thank you to Sweetwater for supporting us, for supporting live music, musicians that play live, and we use your equipment, so thank you. And thanks to Can't Stop the Blues. We love you guys, too, for putting us on. You should definitely go buy Bill's new record, Living for Love.
By the way, just a little quick sell, if you don't mind. It's
Yeah.
BillChamplin.com
Yes.
/shop. And
I got it.
You want one right nearby you?
Come on.
Yeah, it's this record right here. The cover is just really good. It's also available
cool.
digitally at iTunes and I think Amazon. I'm pretty sure. It's really I'm really proud of the record. And Tamron, the company I have, they're dealing with the digital, and we're going ahead and dealing with the CDs. So
I got a signed copy.
Yeah, you do. And on the booklet too, we got a booklet in there. All the lyrics are in there. The few little places went wrong. There was one thing. A friend of mine, Andreas Carlson, has a company in Sweden, and they did all the graphics for it. And there's a song called "Losing Ground." Now, I've sung vocals with Swedes before many times, and whenever they say something like the word "lose," it always comes out loose. They have a little time with Z, the Z sound. And I was, Andreas, it's a Z. Oh, okay, got it. but it just didn't come naturally to him. And so the song, the Greg and me song,
It's in there.
me and Matheson song, and the title is Loosen
Ground. I see it. Loose.
And I just went, and you thought this wasn't made in Sweden. It's just another one of those little things I had.
See?
I had one years ago that said a song called Fly by the Light that Tamara and I wrote. And just on the title page, it said Fry by the Light on a Japanese record. And they said, oh, we'll change it. I said, no, leave it.
It's fine.
I kind of like it. It was right everywhere else. It was written in the booklet.
Go to his
Anyway.
website, billchamplin.com. Get this record because it's,
And Mindy,
it's awesome.
thank you so much for inviting me. I mean,
I love
you
it.
made my week. This is great.
I love it.
Eric, thank you. Thank you,
Little
Don.
wine minute, right? So yeah, buy both of our records. This is signed as well. Pretty cool. And please
it
come
is.
to our live virtual show with the full band. That's going to be amazing. So we hope April 9th. Just go to my website or go to alerttheglobe.com. Come to that. And thank you so much just for being here. We love you so much. PayPal.me/Mindi Abair. That goes to both of us. But what a joy. Just an amazing joy. So thank you. Cheers to you guys. Have a beautiful night. And we'll see you very soon.